guys! So it's Friday, been to the cardiologist again, got my heart rate monitor. I'll give you guys a little better view of that in a little bit, but so I guess I'll first talk about the I cannot say this word for my life, midodrine, or however you say it. So anyways, I've been very much watching my blood pressure because I want to see if any type of fluctuations, my heart rate, all of that. So far, not a whole ton. I was expecting it to actually raise my heart rate, or raise my blood pressure, and it actually ended up lowering my blood pressure, which is counterintuitive, right? But yeah, so oh my god, the little tingles on your scalp are the most annoying thing side effect wise for that midodrine, and it is so itchy and so annoying. And I was at a business meeting, or meeting for my job last night, and I was just sitting there itching my head the whole time because just like spirals out is really weird. So that was fun, and I was like freezing. I swear the medicines made me like twice as cold. Like right now I'm okay, but it's out of my system at the moment. But I was wearing like a full-on winter coat, like 2-3 layers, in a restaurant that was heated, and I was still freezing. So, and funny enough, I took my temperature because I thought I was running a fever. And I'm not sure if my thermometer's just gone bad. Bought a new one today, just to make sure. But my temperature yesterday before I went out for dinner, it was 96.1. So I don't know what was going on, but I figured that's why I was like freezing. But anyways, that was interesting. But anyways, so I went to the cardiologist today, talked about all this stuff that all the side effects I've been feeling, and the midodrine, all of that, and shouldn't have anything to say about it necessarily. She just said continue treatment for now. And then I got this fancy new heart monitor. So let me see if I can show you this a little better. So this thing is got 2 different electrodes. 2 different electrodes, and then this main thing, which is a Zeo thing. So you can see my skin's like massively red. So that's due to the fact that they have to abrate or bait or rub your skin raw, essentially, I think is the better term for it. So they take this little circular piece, and it feels like sandpaper, and they rub that stuff all over that area. Like the instructions say like 40 strokes apply pressure, and she was applying a lot of pressure, and it was very painful because I don't know if you've ever had sandpaper rubbed against your chest, but it hurts. And I have like super sensitive skin, so it just made it that much worse. The kicker on top of that was after they finish rubbing your skin raw, then they take alcohol swabs and go over all of that raw skin, which burns a whole ton after that. So yeah, the placement of the actual device, very painful. I was expecting it to be like some electrodes and a little something on your hip, but I mean, this device is so much cooler, but oh my gosh, it hurts. And so I have to wear it for a week, and I'm not allowed to shower tonight or really be really sweaty all this week, but I can shower tomorrow because it's waterproof. I just can't submerge it. So anyways, it's really interesting. So there is the little device. You can actually click it, and that's how you record whenever you're feeling the symptoms that you're like a racing heart for me, and dizziness, and blurred vision, and all that fun. So whenever I'm having the symptoms, I press into this, which kind of hurts because my skin is still really raw underneath it, but I press into it, and then this handy little packet here, this is the box I will end up shipping back to the manufacturer who does the interpretation, or they don't do the interpretations, but they get all the results together and send them to the doctor. They have a nice little instruction manual here, and then you go through and you have button press logs, and these are, let me see if I can show this to you real quick. They are interesting. Yeah, there you go. So it says date, time, what symptoms you're feeling, and then what you were doing. So it's real interesting. But there is an actual app instead of this book. But I tried the app earlier and registered it with the serial number, and it said that the clinic had not registered it yet, so I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and hope that they registered it tonight and see if the app works, because I got a week of wearing this thing and there is no way there is enough pages in this thing for me to record every time I have a thing for 7 days. Because I've already, let's see, we've got that's a sample. 1, 2, 3, 4 pages turned. 5, 6, 7 log entries from this afternoon alone. Which is kind of really not good, obviously, but hey, I can't just not, like, live my life and not do anything just because I don't have enough pages to fill it up. So anyways, I'm hoping the app will work, and then I'll transfer all this data over. But yeah, I mean, it's called the Zio XT, and when I get to next Friday, I can take this off, and there's a nice little part in the back of the book. You put it in the back of the book, sticks right on here. There's adhesive tape remover for all these nice adhesives that are all around it. And then you put this and your little thing back in the box, seal it up, send it off to the post, and it goes back to them. They take some time to process it, and then they send it out to the doc, and the doc looks at it and says, oh, this is good, this is bad, this is normal, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that takes a couple days. But Monday, I have my echocardiogram, so that is essentially where, and I think this is it, because I haven't actually looked this up yet, but I think this is like my medical knowledge of things, is where they ultrasound your heart, which I'm kind of curious as to how that's going to happen with this electrode, like where it is, because I feel like that's going to interfere with the echo, but they didn't really seem so concerned about that. Hi, baby. You want to come up? Come here. Up. No? Okay. She just never can make up her mind about coming up when she wants to. Yeah, so there's that, and then I had to ask them a really, like, weird question. Well, not weird question, but I was like, well, what if I have, because I kind of travel a lot for my job, and so it's been, like, this big question is, like, can I, like, travel right now? Like, is it safe for me to travel with these symptoms? And I didn't really get a great answer on that or not. They just kind of were like, sure, I don't know, don't know what's wrong with you, so sure. I was like, well, how am I supposed to get through security with this? And there's actually hilariously enough, someone must have been like me and had to travel when they had one of these on. But there is a actual bit in here somewhere. has lots of Q&As and all that, but there is actually a TSA, like, I can't find where it was in here. Ah, come on. This thing is so hard to, like, not there. Just been closer to the front. Oh, security screening statement. This person is wearing an iRhythm Zeos XT patch prescribed by their physician. It is currently adhered to the patient's chest, so don't try to remove it, and is monitoring their heart. It can only be removed under the direction of their physician, and then it has a number to call if they want more information. So, note to self, you can go through TSA with this. They're probably just going to pat you down. If I end up traveling this week, I'll let you know. Originally I was really worried because when originally they said it was 1 week, and then the nurse was like, oh no, it's 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh, that's gonna be problematic because I have to go to, in 2 weeks I'm supposed to go back to Texas because my mom's having an art show, so I have to go support her. It's gonna be really awesome. But I was like, that's gonna be a problem if I can't travel and if I can't go through CSA, so I was like, I need to know this answer now. And then the whole thing about the anemia, so I brought that up to them, and the nurse is gonna talk to the doctor and see if she wants to order a blood panel or not, because I was like, yeah, you mentioned it last time, but you didn't like do anything about it, so I don't know if I like should go get blood drawn or not, or you know, whatever. I was like, I don't know what to do about this. But anyways, overall, this thing is interesting. I think the biggest challenge I'm gonna have is, like, I was laying on my side earlier and that was really awkward for this. And I think sleeping's gonna be interesting because this thing is kind of weird. And it's just like so sore right now. My skin is just, I'm supposed to be like pressing down on this to keep the adhesive from coming up, but every time I press down on it, it's like super painful, so I don't want to press on it, and I'm just like, I'm having to do it, but it hurts, and every time I press down to like hit the button, which just makes this little click sound, that hurts a lot because it's like really raw underneath there, and my skin is just very sensitive and unhappy right now, so that's going to be interesting the next couple days. But yeah, I think the mitodrain, really cannot say that for the life of me. I don't know if it's having really any effect or not. She said to just continue it, and she gave me a blood pressure log to fill out. So I take, you know, my before the medicine, blood pressure and heart rate, and then after it. And so I have that 2 times, I take it 2 times a day right now. And yeah, I don't, besides like the feeling when I can feel it like spiraling out of my head, and that's pretty much the only thing that happens besides getting cold. But blood pressure and heart rate really haven't changed, so I'm not sure that's helping me any, but you know, I'm really, as much as this thing is kind of like a chore and really like weird and annoying, I'm happy to be having it because I can mark when I'm having like actual episodes right now. Oh, not episodes, but like times when I feel it, and I can write down the symptoms at the time, and this is 24 hours, you know, monitoring, so sleeping at every second of the day it's going to be on me. So they'll see my heart rate going on the entire time, not just when I press it. So I'm hoping that will illuminate what's going on with me and why I'm having all these symptoms, because I don't know, it just is a bit tiring. But I'm happy something is getting done. I'm getting closer to progress, I'm hopefully going to get some results out of this, and the doc will be like, well, okay, we looked at this, and here's where you're peaking, and here's where all this, you know, blah, blah, blah. And we can, like, actually do something with that data, because I really hope that, like, illuminates what's going on. But I did find out, I forgot to mention this in my last video, but I did find out the other day, or when I was at the cardiologist the first day, that she actually was like, you actually have, you know, she's like, oh, you have a heart murmur. And I was like, no, no one's ever told me I have a heart murmur. And so apparently it's like a bit common, like plenty of people have them, and it doesn't actually have like any significance. It's just like this extra little sound that she can hear when my thing is happening. So that was interesting. I had never been told I have any type of heart murmur, but I guess she was the only one I could hear it. But yeah, that was entertaining. There's at least something there. But it does explain why my blood pressure sometimes gives me this irregular heart reading. I think it's picking up on that murmur maybe. Because I was like, irregular heart reading, that's weird. But yeah, I mean, that was essentially my update. So bye, and I will catch you guys on the next video.